Hey everyone, hope you're well. This is CoinsKid. Just gone over to XRP once again. Thank you for support. Okay, big of the CoinsKid crew. So the S&P 500 is doing really well. Now it's only a few weeks ago on a Friday. Everyone was really bearish on the S&P 500. You know, I did relay this to you. I did show you the chart at the time. The bullish divergence, a beautiful opportunity on the S&P on that Friday close right there. And from that position, look at that. I think we trace about 0.13% to my invalidation of this being bullish. Was that wave one high just there and then bounced like an absolute boss. So from that point, we're up currently 11% on the S&P 500. Okay, so I know a lot of you do trade stocks, and that was a beautiful little entry point right there. And like I said to you, at this point, when we do start to come back in this retracement, everyone's going to get super bearish on this particular chart. But the clue is in what it did way back in May. Okay, and I did relay this to you because many times before we've lost EMAs within a bullish cross. Okay, a 20 and 55 buy and go to the beach on this particular chart. We've done it many times where we come down, people get shaken out, some kind of bear trap, and then it leads to new highs basically. So basically this particular indicator here, again, data not emotion, which is what I relayed to you at the time with the confluence of XRP, whatever it was doing as well. I said to you, this is a beautiful level. You know, this is a beautiful signal that we're getting in a major risk index right here, the S&P 500. It's a clue basically that the fact that we are looking at a very beautiful move upside for Bitcoin and XRP, and we've got exactly that. Okay, so the clue was in this chart basically, and this data suggesting that, you know, we should be bullish, not bearish on this particular chart. Even though we're coming down and we're tracing whatever, we should be looking at an opportunity. And you know, it has been beautiful within this chart. Okay, so we're bolted, we'll come back to it, support, and right now we're bolting again. We're getting some kind of violent V-shaped recovery at the moment in this particular chart. Now I think one of the most bullish statements we can see in this chart for the continuation of this trend and the potential blow off top theory, you know, ringing true, that I've got for you right now is 4607. We start to see a close above that on the daily, on the hourly, on the 4-hourly, whatever. I think we'll get breaking out here. We've got another little move here, you know, a blow off top phase to this particular chart, which is something I've been looking at for a very long time, for confluence of the fact that I think we've got some kind of melt up for crypto basically, and XRP especially. Okay, so what I'm looking at right now, you know, if we go back in time, like I said to you, and I relayed this to you at the time as well, there's obviously no bias. If it starts to turn a corner, makes a lower high, loses its green line, that's super bearish. At that point I think we're getting a really bearish statement for XRP, and I'll jump ship at that point, and obviously we'll see what XRP is doing at the time. But you know, I'm looking at this chart as confluence, my analysis to upside and downside for XRP, and so far so good, absolutely crushing this market because of the confluence of many other charts, not just XRP. Do you understand? So we've had 18 instances of this beautiful buy and go to the beach signal, the 20 and the 55 EMA golden cross right there. We've had 18 instances of it since the 1950s that have not failed this chart, and this again is data not emotion, which is what I relayed to you has and when it happened. Okay, so again, I can't get too bearish on this chart until we create the bearish market structure, which we've not got at the moment. So I think that what we've got is a beautiful count, and I've looked at this with you before in the sense that this has been a beautiful one, and a regular ABC2, the bottom just there. This is your 3, this is your 5-wave corrective ABCDE wave correction 4, and right now you're in the final 5th wave, which is a blow off top, which potentially is going to come up to that level there. Now if you do start to see this, okay, we do start to see that, and again, there's no guarantees. We roll over, it is what it is. My outlook, my count's wrong, and I'm completely wrong on this analysis, but so far so good. You know, the little clue possibly is in a retracement that we went through Fridays ago, 0.13% off my invalidation point right there. So it's been a beautiful move up. But aside from that, there's no guarantees. We roll, it is what it is, and we have to respect the data. But at the minute, you know, if we do get this major move, the S&P 500 into next year, where we start to take out 4607, we start to take out the all-time high, and we put in this major move, I think that this is your blow off top. I think at that point, I would seriously think about your position, okay, in crypto, Bitcoin, XRP, whatever, because at this point, this chart could be revealing itself to us that we're looking at a monumental crash, basically. And this is something I've been looking at for a very long time in confluence, that we will get this big melt up and then some kind of horrible global recession or whatever because of this chart. And this is something that adds confidence in my fact that I do think Bitcoin is still in a cycle, and XRP, and it's looking for that big blow off top phase of the cycle, which we've not had. And you know, the clues are in many other charts of DXY and this particular chart. And obviously it'll all be invalidated if the data starts something true. You know, the invalidation is there, but so far so good. The data is true, isn't it? So we've got to respect that. Let's dive into the XRP chart right now and see what we can see. Okay, but taking a look at XRP on a weekly time frame, I think at the moment we're sort of sitting where we were there, okay, sort of hovering, going sideways, and I did sort of anticipate this, and everyone was saying you don't know what we're talking about, but we're riding a wave so well because of this fractal here at the moment, okay. So we've had this beautiful move up with a retracement, 35-day ABC, we broke back above the EMAs, hold support, see you later to the white line. So again, we've had this beautiful move up, the 35-day ABC, the retracement back above the EMAs, hold support, get to that white line. So I'm looking at that over the next few weeks, towards the end of the year right here. If we do get some kind of Christmas rally where right now we just find support for the next leg up, okay, then beautiful. And I think one of the confluencing factors to that obviously is the DXY breaking down, the S&P breaking up, and equally keep an eye on Bitcoin, because if Bitcoin front runs and breaks out relatively soon over the next week or so and XRP is going sideways, then I'm all in on XRP, to be honest with you, because I know it'll play catch up, and we've been here a million times, okay. So I'm looking at this potential scenario right now that it's getting a bit nasty, a little bit of a drawdown, and it's identical to what we're doing just there. So there's striking similarities between this move up into the white line as from this move here right now, and this is why I've been able to ride the wave so well. So technically at the moment I think XRP is looking for that white line until it's not. The minute it's not, I'll relay this message to you. Equally, there are clues in the fibs. Let me show you right now. So if we go from this bottom in March of 2020 to the previous local high, which is the all-time high right there of January 2018, to your bear market bottom just there in 2000, and when was that? 2020, wasn't it? We take a look at this. This is striking similarity within the fibs as well. So we rallied into the 0.5 fib, came back in the ascending triangle, rallied into 0.5 fib again, struggled to get above it, came to the EMAs. This was holding support, and then it broke in towards that white line, okay. So remember that 0.5 fib was a key level resistance that once we come up above it, it created a massive parabolic move to the white line. Really simple, okay. So if we take a look at this level right now for XRP, so what we're doing in simplicity, from this high here to this low, we came all the way up into 786 where we got resistance, created this white line, and then bolted all the way back down in the big ABC zigzag correction, okay. But what we've done in the process, we've come all the way back down to where we came from, and we're structurally making a series of higher lows still. So from left to right we're going compression, really simple, okay. So at the minute we're sort of mirroring it, aren't we? We've had this run up, break down below the 20 EMA, come back up, consolidate in the range, looking to get to that white line, come up, break back down below the 20 EMA, consolidate in the range, but above the 20, looking to get the white line. So what are the fibs telling us? So if we take a look at the fib from this bottom here that we created in January, because in my opinion that's a true bottom, right? That's a truncation, and I've gone through this with you. This is why we've got the beautiful move from this point, just like we did here, and been able to trade it so well. So from that bottom to that top, one thing we're doing is identical to this particular scenario here. We came up in this move into the 0.5 fib, we lost the 20 EMA, we bolted again into the 0.5 fib, consolidated above the 20, creeping us up, bolted towards the white line. We're doing exactly the same. So from here we're coming to 0.5 fib, struggled to get above it, came below 20, consolidated, boom, back into the 0.5 fib, struggling to get above it, consolidating in 20, looking to get to the white line, and the 786 fib, just like we got to that 786 fib right there. So at the minute it's kind of playing out like an absolute boss, isn't it, until it's not. So the invalidation of such in the short term, obviously if we roll at this point and start to break down below the 20 and start to lose this low, then we're no longer looking like we were before, and at this point we've got some kind of big ABC zigzag at that point, possibly back down to that neckline. So I'll keep you updated as best I can, but so far so good. You've got the fractal playing out on the DXY. If you check that in the Bitcoin video, we've got a potential blow off top rearing its head right now for the S&P 500, and we've got the XRP doing exactly what it did here, okay, right now in this time frame. So over the next few weeks, if we get a retest, consolidating the range, then I'm looking at that white line. I'm looking at 131, the 786 for retracement right there, which is basically an A, a B, a C, a D, ABC coming back, and then the blow off top just there into next year for XRP basically. I wish everyone the most luck, okay. Hope you enjoyed that update. Stay healthy, stay strong, stay tuned. Can't get too bearish just yet on XRP. Looking for that 20-week EMA. Take care everyone. Back to another update on XRP. Bye bye.